So, hello and welcome to the next video about medical waste and what I call the 27 bin problem. So, I'm Lucas Pianegonda and I'm an expert for medical grade plastics and I help medical technology companies to choose the right plastic for their application. We've helped over 30 medtech companies to be more sustainable with plastics. And yeah, let's get into the topic. So medical waste is a growing problem in hospitals because especially after COVID, single-use devices have been gaining popularity because of infection control, of course. And then dealing with that waste and the amount of waste, the volume, that is a huge challenge for the hospitals. It's not only costing them a lot, it's also like difficult to deal with in terms of logistics. And currently, incineration is the standard. And recycling of these plastics is, despite what everybody tells you, is possible. And how you have to do that is you have to decontaminate the waste. So first, it's contaminated waste. And with that recycling code of contaminated waste or infectious waste, you will have to burn it. You cannot not burn a plastic or a waste bin with these two recycling codes, so contaminated or infectious waste. What you can do, however, is decontaminate it and change the waste code to uncontaminated waste. And that is basically how you do that. So you treat it with hot steam, 121 degrees, 10 minutes, and then you can use it or you can recycle it as normal waste. That has the advantage that you divert it from incineration. You get all the valuable materials back, not only the plastics but also the metals, the steel, and the precious metals that are in there. And that is, of course, a good thing. It improves the environmental footprint of the devices and gives the materials a second life. But what are the challenges? As I said, the regulations. So there are rules and regulations around what you can do and what you can't do with medical contaminated infectious waste. So you have the decontamination rules, and let's say the rules and regulations are currently very much in a linear economy way formulated, so that it is just not like conceived of in the regulation that you could recycle something like that. And that is a challenge. So what you can do is like change the waste code, and as I described it, then you can recycle it normally. But then on top of that, there are logistical problems. So you have the special transport, which only can be done by certain companies who have the permission. And then that costs you a lot because it's only these special companies. And then, as I said, you need to decontaminate. And there's like the common method of decontamination is hot steam. But hot steam is quite harsh to plastics. So getting decontamination methods that are validated, that do not harm the plastic as much, that is like the challenge. And then, of course, the devices, they're also not let's say engineered to be recycled. Let's come to the 27 bin problem, which is one of my objections to the whole take back program thing. So there have been take back programs from medical device manufacturers such as J&J and Ambu and also others that have been proven to work. And it is crucial that it has been proven that medical device manufacturing can be done. Or, excuse me, medical device recycling can be done. And they are all organized by individual manufacturers for their devices. But if every medical device manufacturer puts their own bin in front of the operation room, that is just not feasible. You just do not have the space. It leads to a lot of challenges, and you need to train the staff. You have space restrictions. You need all the reverse logistics. So every bin has to be transported with its special transport back to their original manufacturer or their recycling partner Then recycling partners get like exclusivity deals, and there are not enough recyclers for the whole thing. So it needs to be like a coordinated effort. So if everybody does their own recycling, that's not just not gonna work. It's like it puts a lot of strain on the hospitals that already have a lot of strain, are understaffed, and it's a very complex system currently. It's good, it's a good first step, but it's not the solution that will solve all the problems. Therefore, we need at least a national or a industry-wide solution where competitors come together to one table with the hospitals, with like other stakeholders such as the special transport and the recycling firms, and coordinate one system where everybody can profit. And this is extremely difficult to do, to have this multi-stakeholder mess where you have to coordinate everything. So I don't say that it's easy to do, but it's the obvious solution. There needs to be one bin for contaminated waste where everything goes in there, maybe sharps, maybe documents, maybe uncontaminated waste or packaging can go somewhere else, but it's not more than 5 bins in front of the OR. That's the limit basically. You cannot have more, and individual take-back programs are not built to last basically. Good. What other challenges do we have in the medical waste recycling sector? Number one is decontamination is very expensive. So hot steam sterilization is usually done in small batches by a service provider, and these service providers are not like built to have tons and tons of waste decontaminated. They're not built for that. They're actually built for remanufacturing devices or sterilizing devices, or decontaminating lab waste that could be infectious or something like that. So what needs to be done is like there need to be plants that are able to decontaminate a lot of medical waste, and you need the permission to build such a plant and to run such a plant, and that is usually a challenge. And then the other challenge also is that currently devices are not designed for recycling, and every medical device manufacturer has to put in their eco-design for recycling guidelines into their development of their medical devices in order to facilitate that. And that is going to take time because, medical devices take a lot of time to get them to the market, and it adds complexity, and that is also a challenge. Like when material choices are not optimized for recycling and stuff like that. Good. So let's have an example of what a possible part of the solution could be. Like, full disclaimer, I do not have a affiliation with EcoSterile. I just think it's a cool machine that they built, and therefore I show it here. So what the machine does is you have medical waste here in the yellow bin that goes into a shredder, and everything that isn't a titanium hip implant or a motor block will basically get shredded. So it can shred metal, it can shred basically anything. And then it will be collected in here with all the fluids that are associated with it, also like with the clothing that is worn in the operation room. It will all be shredded to bits, and then it will be transported in a cylinder where it's heated with microwaves to 100 degrees for 1 hour, and that achieves sterility. So you sterilize it using lower temperatures and longer times, and the plastics do support that better than harsh steam sterilization that is very short, very hot. And then in the end, you will have these pellets, and these pellets can then be washed with an additional washing step, or can be sorted with an additional sorting step. And then you have on site, you shredded your very volumetric, very, let's say, not compacted waste into a very compact form of waste to decontaminate it. But the problem is, to have the full benefits, you need this in a hospital, because it reduces your transport cost, it reduces your special transport, it reduces the volume, makes everything more efficient. However, you need to have the space and the investment to put it to put it somewhere in the hospital where you can shred your own waste. And then, of course, you have to produce enough waste to justify something like that. And what you could do is also put such a machine in a recycler on a recycling site, and then have special transports from all the hospitals nearby towards this machine, and then basically shredding and decontaminating it in one step on site. The problem that you usually face is that you need a special permit to deal with special waste or contaminated and infectious waste. And J&J made the experience. They talked to me about this in one of my podcast episodes. They made the experience that their recycler is not getting the permit for like 4 years in Germany because of bureaucracy, basically. And that is holding back these recycling solutions. It's like one of the points that I mentioned before. It's regulations. It's not really the regulations, it's the bureaucracy. It's like you have to get a permit on a Bundesland level, which is like a province level of Germany, to get a signature from a bureaucrat to get this basically done with, and they're not getting that. I'm gonna link the EcoSterial website or the video in the description, and yeah, that was about it. So, if you are a medtech company that is willing and wants to design their medical devices for recycling, then click the link in the description. You don't have to, but it will lead you to my funnel. And full disclaimer: the funnel is designed to make you book a call with me, and then we can chat about your challenges and how we could make your device more better. And yeah, if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe, because YouTube likes that, and it will show you more videos like this. So it will show you more content like this. And if you have any video requests, or you have any questions about the topic, then write them in the comments. I will read all the comments and see if there are any suggestions, or if there are any questions in the comments, and I will try to answer them. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I really like making these videos for you. I hope they bring value to you, and yeah, have a good one.